Baiju isn't in his shop.
Oh, you're looking for Dr. Baiju. He's resting today, but he said to send any patients to the back room.
Please, show me.
Ah, okay.
So
Thanks.
many medicines.
We'll head on through.
But no cure for heartache.
Traveler, Paimon, welcome. What can I do for you?
It's the Traveler. He looks absolutely beat these days, and he keeps spacing out. You have to call his name several times before he snaps out of it.
Very peculiar.
Okay, Paimon does not like that.
Complexion is good, eyes are clear, breathing is steady, pulse is strong. Physically, you appear to be in good condition, traveler. In theory, your energy level should reflect that, hence my concern. A clean bill of health is usually a good thing, but in this case, it likely means your situation is more. Physical illnesses come with detectable symptoms that can be used to diagnose, medicate, and cure the condition. But afflictions of a non-physical nature...
Huh? What do you mean, non-physical nature?
Curses, dark magic, it's hard to say. It could just as easily be a simple case of mental fatigue. Why don't you rest here for a bit? Whatever it is we're dealing with, clues to your condition are sure to reveal themselves in time. In the meantime, Changsheng and I will review the relevant literature for affliction.
Oh, must be a rare condition if not even Baiju and Changsheng have... Well, all we can do is take their advice. You look like you're about to collapse anyway. Just get some rest. Paimon will be right here by your side. Fingers crossed you'll be all better when you wake up. Traveler! Rise and shine! Time to wake up! For once, you're making a cut! What? Did you scratch yourself in your sleep? Nope, nothing there. Okay, don't panic. Paimon heard that dreams tell us what we need by showing us the opposite, so... What? So, in this dream, you were trapped in a weird place with thick fog. Oh. Okay, well, that's a new one. Are you But then again, you woke up right where you went to bed. Then, it's decided. Paimon will stay up and watch over you tonight. If anyone tries to mess with you, or, wake you up first and...
Something is missing.
Did you just say something?
The flesh remains whole, but the soul is incomplete. Left unresolved, the mind will wither away along with it.
Ah! What the... Wait! Paimon remembers you! You're Child's master! Right! What are you doing here? The last time we saw you was at the Primordial Sea in Fontaine, right? But Child's been looking everywhere for you, by the way. What brings you to Wanmin Restaurant of all places?
Tell me, what is it that... Tight-lipped, huh? You. I'll take a glass of wine.
Oh, of course. Coming right up. We make this one in-house. It's not too strong. Enjoy.
Chef Mao, I'll take a grilled tigerfish over here.
Coming right up. If I knew we'd be this busy, I wouldn't have approved Shenhe's vacation.
At the end of the day, what happens to you is of little consequence to me. And if you want my help, now's the time to speak up. You have, and I was investigating an abyssal disturbance in the area and happened to notice you. Part of your soul is damaged, and the wound bears traces of abyssal corrosion.
Neither of those things... Well, should we trust her? She mentioned an abyssal disturbance. Maybe that has something to do with what's going on with... Yeah, and that thing she said about your soul being damaged is scaring Paimon. Skirk's an interesting one, that's for sure. But from what Child's told us...
1, 2, 7, 10. That'll do. Well,
So, that's all we know, Miss Skirk. Ma'am?
so you couldn't disperse the fog. I understand. Come find me in the Guili Plains when you're done here. Oh, and I left cash for the drink on...
Oh, okay. She disappeared!
Wait, hold on. You overpaid. Here's your change.
Oh, no, this includes the drink, so...
I didn't think you two ordered a drink.
We didn't! It was that lady who came and sat with us, remember?
You sure? I could have...
What?
What'd you put in that dish, Chef Mao? Some kind of hallucinogenic mushroom?
Seeing things? Wait, so neither of you noticed her?
Oh, now you mention it, that vaguely rings a bell. Coming!
Okay, what was going on there? It's like they didn't remember Skirk being... Even Paimon was half convinced we hallucinated the whole thing. But, oh, this whole situation is giving Paimon the creeps! Go! Whoa, what are all these rift hounds? Huh, looks like they're collecting something. Let's go...
One with the force.
Dancing in the wind. Open fire. Nowhere to hide. Don't blink. Time to go. So, this is what they were collecting. Yeah. What is going on?
From the moment they are born, all beings with great power have an impact on this world. Even if their body is sundered and their soul extinguished, their influence remains. Gods are the most common example of that. The remnants of gods who fell thousands of years ago remain buried deep within the earth. Together, these remnants form what you call god remains. And it appears that some of those sealed here were dug up and removed. What are you doing?
Nothing. Just wanted to make sure. She's definitely not a ghost traveler. Paimon poked her, and she's...
Your life hangs in the balance, and that's what you're fixated on? It was just a trick to avoid being perceived. Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no right to remember me. They're lucky they only have... Now, can we...
Okay. Right. The god remains. So in our experience, god remains are...
Maybe it's a good thing by human standards, but power doesn't come from nothing. The remains aren't just gone. They were taken. Very clever, traveler. You aren't the only one who had something taken from you. There are victims like you everywhere. Something similar happened in Sumeru. Within the span of one night, countless consecrated beasts were slaughtered, and a large amount... Of course, god remains are just one of the targets. The culprit is chipping away at sources of power all over this world.
Wait, you mean... the
42 of them have died out in the past few months alone. In Conria, people believed that powerful individuals have corresponding Stella Fortuna. Even should that individual fall, their Stella Fortuna would not disappear. Yet now, stars are disappearing from the skies entirely. Something has been leeching power from this world, like a parasite steals nutrients from a host. And now, it's no longer... This time, it only took a fragment of your soul. But next time, there's no one knows. All I know for certain is, considering how much power this entity is...
So...
We're going to help each other. You are my
Well, great! You seem super...
Don't get all mushy on me. All I'm doing is helping you get back to normal after a sudden crisis. And I should warn you, getting mixed up with me can have unforeseen consequences. We're on very different journeys. You help me uncover the truth behind this entity, and I'll help you recover what you lost. This is a transaction. You would do well to remember that.
Yeesh! You'd think she'd be a little... well, whatever. Paimon's... Yeah, anyway, the important... Whoa! This place is way bigger than Paimon expected.
This is where I live. I suppose it's the closest thing I have to a home here. It is. I brought you here because time flows differently in this place. I don't know how much Ajax has told you, but when he fell into this space, I mentored him for 3 months.
Ajax? Oh, right! So, A month here is equivalent to 1 day in the outside world?
Yes, well, I didn't bring you here just to show you around. Now, we just need to figure out how both your description and the abyssal disturbance I felt point to that space having some connection to the abyss. The thief who stole that fragment of your soul is hiding there. But the abyss is abyssal power can grant a special form of sight. Have you ever wielded abyssal power before? Okay. Do you plan to learn? That tracks. All the information you have suggests the abyss is...
And you're saying that's not true?
Depends on your perspective. Floods and hurricanes take countless lives too. But if one... I'll respect your opinion though. Just means we have to... A little abyss crystal that contains my power. Wear it on your...
Dream?
It means experiencing whatever the other... Since you haven't studied the art of using abyssal power, and have no... With dream mirroring, every time...
Huh. You make it sound so...
Tough to say. This is an unprecedented situation for both of us. Even assuming we do manage to find where this entity is hiding. Like I said, getting your soul to play it safe. I need to give you some special training first.
Wait, you're gonna teach him some of your mark? Does that mean the next time we see Child, we have to treat him like our...
Do as you want. For my part, I don't see you as my You're already a pretty good fighter. All I'm planning to do is build on your current skills and train you for the... But that's enough talk. If you're ready to do this, then come with me. Time might be more lenient here, but that's no excuse to waste it.
Oh, she moves fast. Paimon can hardly keep up with her. So, special training, huh? Kind of a rare opportunity. The last time something like this happened was probably anti-Raiden Shogun training, right? Oh, feels like a lifetime ago. Skirk seems pretty strong too, though. Remember how she said that the all-devouring
Ready? Your training will be split into 3 stages. We'll start with blade work. You're no rookie in this area. During your long journey, you've no doubt sparred with a lot of talented sword fighters.
You bet! There's Kaya, Master Jean, Kuching. You sparred with a bunch of them too.
Don't get too smug. In sword fighting, to use the human body as an analogy, your style is your skeleton. The foundation, the framework. Improving your sword fighting is like growing that body. If your frame got bigger and taller, but you didn't add any muscle mass, you'd be weak and flimsy. You need to do some introspection. Take a good, hard look at your past experiences, and figure only then will you get the full utility out of all your thoughts and observations along the way.
Wait, is that it? Paimon thought you were gonna teach him some cool new moves.
One day, you'll reach a new level of power where you realize that even that's as basic a trick as any other. There are no shortcuts in the pursuit of power. Failure, that's all I have to say. Time to make a start. Now focus. Destroy the crystal columns as swiftly as you can.
This is making Paimon's head spin. Hang in there, traveler!
Stay calm. Use your head. You have to keep it together.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Cut to the chase.
Consider a moment of true mastery that you've witnessed in another person and ask yourself, what lies beneath the surface? Now take that and practice it right away with speed, skill, and strength. Oh,
Step on up. Dance with the waves.
if you start to tire, empty your mind, but do not stop. Stay in that frame of mind as you keep up the fight. Get rid of all redundant movements. Imagine your sword is an extension of your own body. Wield it just as you would.
It was on a deserted, moonlit night that the hero approached the vile dragon's limpid lair. Rain Cutter! Feathers fleeting wet, the white heron treads water, a sight without flaw. Master of Inazuma Kamisato art Tachijutsu.
Looks like you've made some real progress.
Awesome! Paimon knew you could do it!
How do you feel? As you should be. Time flies.
Yeah, meanwhile Paimon's had a whole bunch of naps. But you were so...
Go get some sleep. I'll be doing the same very soon. Let's hope you see that foggy place.
Skirk, why are you skipping classes again? We've talked about this.
'Cause he's a crabby old man.
Excuse me.
All right, let's not get into a big fight about this. Skirk's but I'd still love to hear.
I went diving and I saw this huge fish. I never knew they could get that big. Oh, and today I'm gonna go to that prairie up north. There's supposed to be this giant bird there that can.
Then I suppose your old dad should get one as a pet too.
When it's time to eat, I'll come back on my own.
Wait! Put on a coat at least. You'll catch a cold. I'm talking to you, You spoil that child, you know. Ever since that merchant ship arrived, she practically lived.
Let the kid do what makes her happy. Besides, we both know you're all bark and no bite. Come on, our little adventure is gonna be...
The stars shimmer high above. But what lies beyond the stars? Mountains as far as the eye can see? An endless snowy plain? I can't be the only one asking these questions. The universe is bad. I'm sick of being a kid. But for now, I'm...
Don't let a single one of them get away!
No, please, spare the children! Stay back!
They're coming! Run!
Help!
Eliminate the threat.
Take him down.
Don't be scared. Help!
This way!
We'll never make it!
Fire. There's fire everywhere.
I told you we shouldn't have trusted these outsiders!
Why are you doing this? We welcomed you with our finest food and drink. Showed you the best.
Run! Save yourselves!
Captain, Zone 3 is clear and we have Zone 2.
Begin extermination. Remember the...
Rest assured, sir. We have enough munitions to annihilate these savages.
Good. The only ones who put up a real fight are that man and his wife.
We shot the man in the ankles and the wife broke her wrist attempting to fight back. They won't be doing much more fighting. They're holed up in their home for now to prevent them from making some kind of last stand. We're planning...
Well. Turns out some of these beasts do know how to use their Let them cling to what's left of their lives for a little longer.
Dad? Mom?
Skirk, you're all right? Thank heavens.
I'm so happy to see you, sweet girl. But you need to go.
What happened? You're bleeding.
This is the place.
Run, Skirk! Run! Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare at my clever girl. So curious. You're all...
Whenever you miss us, remember, life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
Break down the door! Look what... You! Stop singing! Shut it!
You're awake? I found a few clues while you were asleep, but it's only a start. Now, time for the second stage of your trip. This time, the focus is elemental energy.
Man, staying in the abyss feels so surreal, don't you think? No day and no night. It's like time hardly exists. Well, except for the fact that Paimon's...
The way I see it, the pursuit of power is divided into 3 stages. The first is mastering the use of standard weapons. Next is learning how to harness natural energy. And after that, you're free to the natural energy of Teyvat is, of course, elemental energy. But that's not my area of expertise. I draw from a different source of power. Abyssal power, yes. Also known as the power of the Void. My master, Sertologi, is a true expert in that area. After all, he was one of the group of 5 that infamously stole the all-encompassing power of the Abyss. An act for which the people of Conria gave them the epithet, the 5 Sinners. The elemental energy of Teyvat, on the other hand, is derived from the power of the Light Realm. These 2 forms of energy exist in direct opposition to each other. Suffice to say, there's not much I can teach you this time. A keen observation, traveler. Call it respecting local norms. The Abyss stands in direct conflict with the will of this world. So, to make my life easier, I disguise my power to make it appear cryo-like in nature. It's a technique I learned from some Conrian ruins, known as the 7 Shifting Serpent. If you ever change your mind about delving into abyssal power, I can teach it to you. So I've heard. You seem to have a knack for removing abyssal power. But is purification really what's going on there? Like I said, power does not simply disappear. Just thinking out loud. Let's focus on your elemental training. That's what's gonna help us if the situation gets tricky. True growth comes from adversity, but only if you make the choice to pick yourself up again every time you fall. So, it's time to push yourself to the limit, and then keep pushing. This is the only way to advance at pace. Use the power of Animo to clear the field as fast as you can.
Wind blade!
Observe your surroundings. Look for things you can use to tilt the scales of success in your favor.
Wind blade!
Use the power of Hydro to destroy the spikes. Faster. Don't give them a chance to strike you. You need to be quicker than you were in your dream. You can't afford another injury like that.
Water jet! Go! Go! Go!
You need to understand what makes you special. The ability to wield elemental energy without a vision. It means your aspirations need no approval from the gods. Your power is not bound by the... So be bold. Do not be afraid to... Very good. It seems you've reached a deeper level of connection with the elements. Long enough for you to lose yourself in your training. But get some rest. When you wake up, we'll proceed to the final stage of your training.
What is the secret to power? Longing, hatred, self-preservation, the fear of losing those you love, the fear of watching your home burn. Fear is the source of evolution. It forces humanity to adapt to that fear is now part of you. It Any minute spent missing home is a minute wasted.
But, Master, I can barely lift this sword anymore.
So it has not broken yet. Then pick up your sword and keep practicing until it breaks. After all. Good skirk. Once again, you survived.
Cold.
These are signs that you are adapting to the abyss. Each time the flesh is torn and the spirit crushed, each time I now understand why these people sought to destroy your homeland. But you still have much to learn in your pursuit of strength. Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, I shall show no mercy in your training. You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self. Get up, Skirk. Wipe the blood off your face.
Hopefully you got some good rest. Skirk said to tell you that she's ready to start the final stage of your training whenever you are. So, want to head over now? Or did you...
From your training so far, you have gained better command of the sword, and more that's only part of it. Experience is the real teacher. Your journey, the friend. Now, it's time to focus on how you react under pressure. You must be able to think rationally, even in unpredictable combat situations. To simulate this, I'm going to attack, and you're going to block. Ready? Not bad. That defensive stance looks near unbreakable. Just like your sister. Oh, that reminds me. You still don't...
Hey, no fair! That's cheating!
You think every opponent has the same moral code as you? You can denounce their deplorable methods all you want. Strong emotions will always arise in combat. Anxiety, anger, how amusing. But you don't. Let's begin. Try to use reason over emotion. This is your final training session. Look alive. Same drill as before, but this time I'm going to interfere. Hold your focus.
Water jet! Go! Yeah! 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 Go! Yeah! Water jet!
Not bad. Better than I expected. You're getting the hang of it. The first step to controlling your emotions is
Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, I shall show no mercy. You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you weak. and become master of...
Stop. Let's pause here. One look, and that's to be expected. There's a limit to how long a human being can Get some rest. No point training further if you're already dead. You managed to push past your limits, which is a good start. You can be proud of that, and sleep well knowing that you've earned it.
Skirk is amazing. She faced down that terrifying giant and cut its head clean off.
Oh, she got hurt though, didn't she?
Yeah, well, that's a given. But the moment she was on... I heard Master suffered a grave injury once too. Lost an arm and a leg and still came back.
Incredible. I wonder if I'll ever reach their level. They're always so resolute.
Pathetic. You're not even trying. You're so much weaker than you think.
Skirk, have you become a positive light in this world?
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth? Yet you alone live on.
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't deserve to rest.
I have so many questions. I just want to jump in a spaceship, explore the whole...
Now, you must bid farewell to who you were in the past and become someone strong.
Run! Skirk! Run! Only death awaits us here. Keep running.
Let's see here. Going around telling people you're from somewhere beyond the stars won't do. As the Conrian saying goes, venturing out into the universe and down into the abyss are the same in that both are braving the dark unknown.
Well, I'm a visitor on this planet, so I'll follow the rules.
Ah, splendid. That saves me quite a bit of trouble. I know the pursuit of strength is important to you, but taking a moment... Ignore her existence for too long, and there will come...
must be starving, right? Ta-da! A barbecue feast just... Of course you are! That's why Skirk and Paimon got this... Ah, well, if you're around someone long enough, it's bound to happen. Plus, Skirk can...
Here's an idea. Let's say...
Okay, it's Paimon's...
I have good news. First, your training is complete. You have what it takes to wield immense power. Now it's just a matter of putting it... Second, I've located the culprit we've been searching for. Next, we just need to retrieve the missing part of your soul. And our business. When Ajax trained with me, he once told me he was bursting with questions. So I allowed him to ask me. You and I may never meet again, traveler. So if there's anything you want to ask me... Okay, not the angle I was... I knew that was a possible side effect. Closed off my mind to you for that. Even with the dream mirroring, you should have seen nothing but end. Whatever. Must have been a flaw in my execution. I shouldn't be too surprised. Since you've seen what you've seen, there's no reason to hide the truth. No, I'm not from Tevat. I'm from a different planet. And there was a time when I journeyed through the dark. No, we're different in that respect. You're influencing the fate of this world. Several hundred years ago, my master, Sertologi, but this is not my home. And one day, I'll return to the Vat. To become stronger. For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps. Walk the path he wants. Okay.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced, but it's been years now, and I've still found nothing.
Well, your last question? Ajax. His situation is different than yours. Before you ever crossed paths with me. So, during your training, all I had to do was build upon that foundation. But Ajax was so young when he came to me. Children can't help but imitate their role models. Once Ajax has enough strength in his own right, I will allow us to meet again. Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no... Wake up your companion. Oh, and everything I just told you. Best keep it a secret.
Time to go. Oh, finally. Where are we headed?
Just follow me. I'll open an abyssal rift close to the culprit's location. It will take us to where he's hiding.
is near the chasm, right?
Yes. If we enter from here, we'll be able to reach that place from your dream. You have some experience with abyssal domains by now, but still.
Don't worry. Paimon's an expert at hiding behind other people for— Oh, but,
All right. Remember your
Bombs away! Water jet!
whoa! Look at all these spikes! Careful, don't get hit! You know what? Paimon's just gonna float behind you. Come on, you got this.
Hey, what are you two doing here? Dusty, like an abandoned house. Let's press on.
Oh, looks like this is a dead end. Did we make it to his hiding place? Ugh, this fog is making it impossible to see any—
This should be the place where you were attacked, trapped. The missing part of your soul should be nearby. Our opponent must have covered his tracks just in case. Otherwise, you should have sensed it much more strongly.
Hold on! Look! The spikes are back!
Stay calm. Let's hold back a little. Give our enemy some wiggle room. Our enemy took part of your soul for a reason. It's likely he integrated it into his attack somehow. From the start, the attacks have been focused on me. Trying to break through my defenses? I see. There. I got it back.
Traveler! Skirk! What happened? It looked like Skirk just...
In the Guili Plains, you asked me why this... Now, the answer is clear. It's not just the fact that your strength is impressive, whatever that actually means. The fact is, that ability allowed him to do namely, break through my defenses and steal my power. No, he couldn't have known I'd come to his domain. He only stole your soul fragment because he knew the value of its power. I'd call it fate, if you want. I believe that's the term they use in this world for arbitrary coincidences like this. In any case, it works to our advantage. Once I realized what he was using that power for, I'll cope. Well, done gorging? Good. Time to... How did you get the power of the all-devouring narwhal?
The all-devouring narwhal? Oh, of course! Paimon knew that spike thing looked familiar.
I highly doubt you acquired that power through your own strength. You're desperate enough to scour the land for god remains and whatever vestiges of power you can find. That alone proves, which leaves one possibility. You know my master, the Foul, Sertologi.
The Foul? Who dares call him Foul? Sertologi.
What's wrong? Bit off more power than you can chew?
Just a little longer.
Look, it's back!
Those obsessed with power will let it devour them before abandoning their pursuit. Keep calm and use reason to decide. Wise decision. Final victory doesn't always come after a single battle. You've got your soul fragment back, so we both got what we came for. Let the enemy draw breath while he can. Get us out of here, Traveler. You'll need to lead the way this time.
Is your shoulder gonna be okay?
The wound is minor. It'll heal in no time. You should focus on getting out of here alive instead.
Uh-oh! Falling spikes! Run! Watch out! Looks like this place is about to collapse! So, this guy's power has something to do with the all-devouring narwhal. Did you know that all along, Skirk?
I had my suspicions. That's why I decided to investigate.
Phew. Oh, I should be...
I no longer sense his presence. Weaklings like him will find that my power is not so easily controlled. He won't believe. You seem surprised. I suppose that's fair. You've seen but a fraction of what that whale is capable of. That gaping maw could swallow a planet whole. It's called the all-devouring narwhal for a reason. Devouring is what it does best. It can extract power from anything, dead or alive. As long as it...
Yeah. When we had our run-in with that thing, Neverlet mentioned that it...
Your dragon friend recognized the nature of its abilities and used the power of Hydro to protect you. That worked because it was in a satiated state, so it was somewhat less aggressive than usual. It's a different story when it has no more power to feed off of. That's when its true voracious nature kicks in. It could devour everything on the planet, but I hadn't counted on there being anyone left on this planet capable of wielding its power. To me, that says he must have encountered the whale along. Exactly. It told me everything I needed to know. Hence, and I believe that brings our transaction to an end.
No way! We can't leave now! Something—
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power. When you fall, you get back up again and become stronger. That's how it is.
But what if that monster finds you before you're all better? Plus, how are you gonna get home? It's not like you can just go swoosh and open— So, sticking with us for the time being doesn't sound so bad, does it?
Fair enough. Then take this. A bag of Mora. Nothing in this world is free. I'll leave the planning to you. Her—
We should take Skirk somewhere she can rest. But where? Paimon gets the— This bag from Skirk has a ton of more. Does she have a job or something? Wait, no. After what we saw at Wamin Restaurant, that seems impossible. Can you imagine? It would go something like, I'll be collecting my paycheck now, boss. Oh, sure thing. Wait, who are you? Have we met? Can't hold a job if you make everyone forget about you. So, what did she do to get all this Mora?
Claimed some buried treasure, took care of a few monsters that were causing trouble. Nothing—
You heard all that?
A sonorous voice like yours is hard to miss.
Then, did you by chance happen to hear Paimon's—
You mean when you called me Frosty the Lavender Melon?
No, sorry. Paimon totally misspoke just now. She didn't say that— Okay, fine. The truth is, Paimon didn't like you all that much at the start.
I noticed there was only one bed. Go—
Wait,
I don't get tired, and I don't need rest. I'm going to practice my sword work.
but your shoulder— Hey, don't just leave! Whatever. Let her tire herself out. She'll come back. Let's get some sleep, Traveler. That cuff—
Quiet.
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth?
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't deserve to rest.
Run, Skirk. Run! Only death awaits us here. Keep running, and don't ever look back.
Getting an early night's sleep is the best. That bed was so comfy. Wait, skirk?
About 60%. Maybe 70.
Whoa! Paimon thought it would take...
No, not fast enough. That's 20% less than last time. Same training regimen, same intensity. Nothing felt different. But no, I think the problem's with me. I need to meditate for the next 2 days. Deep introspection should help me find the issue.
Ooh, sounds intense.
Thanks.
Skirk is still meditating, huh? It's been 2 days already. Paimon can't think of anything we can do to help. Be right back.
That's right. This is Skirk's inner world. This isn't your first time here, but what you remember is probably a space covered. Actually, I only managed to break free and bring you here because the injury weakened her power. Call it fate if you want. Now, before I take you to her, I gotta ask. You're the first outside visitor to... Oh, you noticed. This river represents Skirk's strength. Strength accumulates over time. It is the summation of a person's lived experience. But, as you can see, this river has been... and all she sees reflected in the river is a disgraceful...
You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion.
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power. When you
The answer to one mystery invites... Let's follow the river... I've always thought that, even when falling leaves don't come from the same tree, like meteors, you both made a journey through the stars. Both travelers who have landed on a planet that is not your home. Yet, when she first noticed your... Seems like you've answered your own question. Skirk sees herself as a trespasser in this world. She's made a conscious... Let's keep going. It's still a long way to the source.
You now have what it takes to wield immense power. No one can become a worthy warrior through imitation alone. I have given you Fang.
You wish me to travel the world beyond on my own?
Indeed. Make new friends. Embark on your own journey. We will still have contact through the abyss. But know this. One day, I will take the life you worked so hard to rebuild.
Why?
I have told you before. Fear is the You have tasted loss. You have known fear. But as living beings, we all have an instinct to detach from that which harms us. And thus pain dampens over. Yet now, I have bestowed upon you the gift of fear eternal. It will drown you.
That is what Skirk's master, the foul, sort of course. As a higher being, he could appear as a beast, a human, or even a monster that defies description. The form you see him in here.
For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps. Walk the path he once walked.
I'll let you in on a little secret. The scope of his power is impossible to understand until you experience. Shall we keep going? We've made it quite a ways already. This is Skirk.
I have set your broken wrist. Tomorrow, you're to train. No tears this time. Good. Attempting to garner sympathy through tears is...
Can I ask a question, Master? I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be...
I saved you because I have a plan for you. It has been too long since I fought a battle that demanded my full strength, and I hunger for it. So, I will teach you everything I know.
But I don't want to draw my sword again.
What you want matters little. Among the boundless sea of stars, the cries of the weak.
Yes, Master.
From that day forward, all she knew was after some time, her talent bloomed, and it was not that human emotion disappeared from her heart, but that reason... We're nearly... I almost don't want to reach the end. These are Skirk's happy... What a simple and carefree time it was. Wisps of This is Skirk's homeland. There was so much to discover. It was a spaceship. When it arrived, the people that disembarked wore smiles on their faces and spoke of friends. Skirk's parents, her relatives, her neighbors. Everyone welcomed the newcomers with no one had any idea of what was to come. Several months later, Skirk had skipped school that day, like so many times before, so she was not caught in the immediate wave of destruction. Countless people cried out to her for help. People she knew and loved. Friends and relatives. The little girl who lived next door. Their lives were discarded like worthless trash as the fire consumed one life after another. Skirk was... If Sertology hadn't been there in that moment, the fire would have claimed her life too. And there she would have remained. Because she and her people were... As the initial merchant ship explored the planet, they discovered that it hadn't always had the condition to support life. Further research revealed that, over time, the people of this planet... For that reason, the outsiders viewed them as a potential threat. Senseless, isn't it? Deemed a threat because of a gift they didn't even know they had. Perhaps it was their own innocence, and if those with power get to decide good and evil, then all you can trust in is the sword in your hand. No one wants to relive their most painful moments. Well, Skirk is waiting over there. We're both... Let's go to her. It's time to fulfill my purpose.
So all this, just so you could...
I have things to say to you. Well, to me. I want someone to witness our reconciliation, even if it... Her suppressed emotional self. The version of herself she keeps locked in the recesses of her mind. All those rejected impulses. Those discarded aspects of your past selves. I am who you used to be. Someone you have refused to...
You're wrong. I've faced you all along. And your existence makes me weak. Moments of... Don't forget, it was a penchant for goodness over reason that doomed our homeland in the first place. The vastness of the universe renders everything insignificant. Our feet...
Even so, learning from the mistakes of the past doesn't strip yourself of your so-called weaknesses. Emotion.
The difference is that I'm doing what is right. What is... I allow you to exist, but with limited freedom. That is the greatest... I have shouldered everything you couldn't carry. I rose above the numbness and emptiness.
That is the problem. I want to shoulder those things on the grand scale of the entire universe. Maybe our feelings are vanishingly small, but think back to those nights of gazing at the stars. Those afternoons of exploring the unknown. Think back and let them grant you peace. A brief respite.
That isn't what we need.
Exactly what we need. Aren't you curious about why recovering your strength...
Finally, you get to the important part. That is the only answer I came here to
Then look around. You cast aside your dreams and curiosity. And in doing so, you... Now, the only things driving you forward are fear and survivor's guilt.
And do you think that means I should seek help from a weak little...
Thank you for saying that. I knew bringing you here would be the right choice. To be honest, I'm not here to argue with you. This isn't about who's right or wrong, but what is right at one point in time isn't always right forever. I know you will never forget that fire. And I know that among the voices that haunt you, mine is there too. All those unfulfilled hopes are like knives to the heart. And I don't want you to hurt anymore.
I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted by that fire all the time.
Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face.
I'm sick of being a kid.
I remember. There was a song Mom and Dad always sang when we went out to fetch dancing water. The sand along your path is begging for your... I am not the dancing water. And you are not...
Thank you.
I should be thanking you.
Run, Skirk, run! Remember, leave no one alive!
Heed my words, Skirk. Let fear take root in your soul.
Did you survive? Why was it only you?
Skirk, did you become a positive light in this world?
Hey, this doesn't have to be the end. Life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
So, you saw my... I once asked my master if survival of the strong... He said no. But in a world without order, those with no moral boundaries tend to be the ones who survive. That's why, after hearing his answer, an idea that, one day, I would create a new world order. But that means I must defeat him. Because my... Yes. And not just because of the gap in our abilities. Although his decision to train me was not made out of kindness, he did everything a master should. He saved... I know. And it's not something I want. But Master never goes back on his word. I have to treat everything he says as a promise. He's no longer into that, but he sends me messages through the abyss every now and then. Every time I hear from him, my heart skips a beat. And I wonder if this is the moment where he'll finally appear before me and tear down everything I've built to pieces. Maybe that means I do live in eternal fear, just like he said. Yes, I respect him, but I'm also afraid of him. I don't know what Master has planned, but I have to be ready. Help me? Why? This isn't your fight.
Honestly, Paimon was gone for like 2 seconds and then she comes back and finds you both unconscious? Oh, you're both okay, right?
What does it look like? Only water from the source can cleanse the rot and filth that flows from the past into the future. I taught you to incorporate the experiences from your journey into how you fight. I suppose.
Okay, so Paimon feels like she's missing some important, but whatever. Paimon brought back tons of delicious snacks!
All right.
We're gonna deal with this thief for good, right?
This time, I'm not going to tell you to hold back. But having digested... The good news is, we have no reason to pull our punch.
Wait, isn't that the form the all-devouring narwhal changed into? How come he knows that, too? Really? So, you're telling Paimon that giant whale and this guy can both turn into the fowl?
It's a subconscious instinct. Any intelligent being who longs for his level of strength is bound to mimic his appearance. It's a natural response after encountering someone as powerful as Master. To them, he represents ultimate power. We know the person before us has encountered Master, and we know he stole a portion of my power. So it's not surprising that he would assume this form.
Okay. Oh, the closer Paimon looks, the more intimidating it gets. Nervalette isn't here this time, so it's up to us. He won't have the nerve to steal again after we're done with him. Let's...
Bombs away!
Forgotten your training, I hope. Annihilate. Mine to wield.
Water jet! Water jet!
Start! Mine to wield. Keep going.
Water jet!
Beyond this world.
Extinguish! enough of my power. Well then, let's see how much more of this power you can handle. Well, have you come to your senses?
You saw that my body was at its limit. Such power, such keen battle instincts. So you must be...
Skirk, Sertologi's disciple.
How long has it been? How long has he been away from Tevat?
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds? Sorry, it's a lot to take in. I should introduce myself. I am Skofnungar, a friend of your master and one of his followers. This is the first time I've heard your name, Skirk. But...
Hundreds of years?
Sounds like you and Master have quite the history. Care to tell us about it?
Of course. Might as well take advantage of a clear head. I was born into a noble family in Conria. As the eldest son, I was set to inherit our title. But I contracted an incurable illness as a child, and everyone gave up on me. I trained the sword harder than anyone else, defeated all of my peers. But it was all in vain. When other people looked at me, over time my heart hardened. We were similar in age, but different in background. He was born in prison, the son of criminals who had been sentenced to death. He spent his childhood wandering the streets, facing more criticism than the literary works in the Universitas Magistrorum. Yet, he always wore a smile on his face, as if kindness and malice were one and the same, and he could not see the difference. I still remember what he said to me when we first met. You need to fight to survive. Even if it's a losing battle, it should light a fire under you. How can you sit back like this and go down without a fight?
That does sound like something he would say.
He was the first to acknowledge that I was worth something, and he inspired me to keep going. When we sparred together, when I was 10, he stole forbidden research materials and managed to cure my illness. It was like there was nothing in this world he couldn't accomplish when it came to the human form. But somewhere along the way, I fell behind. My talents were nothing compared to his. After his grand endeavor was successful.
This planet no longer holds anything of interest to me, so I'm leaving. But first, I have an offer. I can use a power. Your death was once what we worked so hard to prevent. But the immortality you now face is a different kind of pain altogether.
I'll pass. Immortality doesn't sound so bad to me. Since I can't die, it means I have an infinite amount of time to get stronger. Maybe I'll finally catch up to you one day.
Are you sure? I cannot say when I will return. Your body, or rather, your soul, might not be able to withstand this curse.
All I can do is try. After all, a wise man once told me, people need to fight.
Wise indeed. Nevertheless, if you grow weary of the pain of immortality, and wish to experience a good sparring match...
Disciple? Never...
Nor I. But Vedifenir said I was destined to find a disciple out there in the universe, and bring her to Tibet. You know as well as I, Vedifenir's prophecies are never wrong.
Well, now I'm curious about who this...
All Vedifenir said was that one day, the stars shall bow in her honor.
Sounds pretty impressive.
Of course. Only the most outstanding people would have the right to become my disciple.
Still self-assured as ever, I see. But you're not wrong.
I'll be leaving then. Oh, and if you were serious about getting stronger, I left you a little gift in the primordial sea. As I've said before, walk whatever path you want.
Waiting for me in the primordial sea was the all-devouring narwhal, already beaten into submission by Sertologi. In its weakened state, I was able to cut off part of its flesh and sew it into my own heart.
Your heart? That sounds like torture! How did you...
Because, of course, I bear the curse of immortality.
So, you used the curse to turn yourself into... Even with that whale's ability, devouring power like that is not something the human body can withstand. With your body and soul constantly at the breaking... But that is not the path to strength. You have to pour your heart into it. Work for it.
You're right. I should have known better, but... I had already pushed myself to my... I miss your master. I miss the days when we were all together, troublemakers without a home. I don't regret the choice I made. But...
After the beating we just gave you, I think we can call it even.
You're an interesting one as well. Sertologi's disciple. That's a lot to live up to. I know what he's like. He rules with an iron fist, using despair and fear. We're like mountain climbers in the dark, never knowing how much higher we have to climb, or when we will see the sun again.
True. But I made up my mind long ago. No matter how dark it gets, I will... Besides, after hearing your story, I suspect what Master really wants is not a battle that demands his full strength, but rather a defeat without regrets.
Oh?
Since you're his friend, you must have some things in common. First time we came here, when you stabbed me through the fog and stole my power, I felt no emotion coming from that. But when you had to devote all your strength fighting me just now, I could feel it was the joy of a researcher discovering the truth of the world.
Interesting. I'm certain you're right. That battle brought me an unbridled...
Exactly. I think Master also craves a battle like that. One where his opponent forces him to use all his strength, unlock the extent of his potential, and after which, all can come to an end, including, perhaps, his life. For that very reason, good and evil are meaningless to him. He has one purpose, one goal.
Perhaps you're right. What a battle that would be.
Are you okay?
Too many different kinds of power are surging. I won't be able to hold on to my sanity for my... Sotologi once offered to free me from this curse.
I can, but not through death. It's not a suitable punishment for your crime. As an alternative, I can take your consciousness. The impurities will dissipate, and under the curse of immortality, your mind and body will regenerate. When that process is... but it will be a time-consuming and painful process.
I accept. I have faith that you'll be able to stand against him one day. If we are climbers in the dark, it appears the dawn has finally broken for me. But your ascent continues. At least, it looks like you.
I will reach the top of this mountain, no matter what it takes. And you, Skafnungur, will be my witness at the end of all things.
That's finally over. Let's get out of here. Huh. At least we don't have to make a mad dash for the exit like last time. It's only been a few days, but it feels like forever. Once again, we've proved there's nothing we can't overcome. We're just that awesome. Wow, you sound even more confident than usual. Guess you really have become stronger. Today sure went by fast. It's night already. Oh wait, that reminds Paimon. The stars you mentioned. The ones that died out?
Yes. The power Skafnungur stole has been returned. So
Great! Huh. It's crazy that you even noticed their light was gone.
I suppose it's because I have gazed upon this sky, the false stars, hanging in the meticulously planned sky, glittering with rotten light. It's not real. And yet, it is for that very reason that I can look upon it and enjoy. Even the most beautiful of bubbles has to burst. We will return to the real universe one day. Time marches ever forward. Even the innocent and naive will taste life's bitterness. Yet through hardship, we grow. Though we gaze upon a false sky, its vastness and majesty is palpable.
Ugh, this is all going over Paimon's head. But if she knows one thing, ever since we met, he has filled Paimon's days with happiness. If it's too big a job for one person, then we'll do it with two. We've met so many amazing friends.
I suppose when it comes to you, well, I should be going. Now that my power is no longer isolated from my emotions, I suppose fate will decide. Maybe we'll bump into each other on the street. Regardless, reunions and partings are but passing moments. One without war, pain, or forced partings. For this, we must all work to become stronger. Goodbye, traveler. Remember your training. Make sure...
Bye! Is it just Paimon, or is she being nicer than before? We definitely count as... Hey! What do you think about camping here tonight? There's nothing quite like sleeping under the stars. Come tomorrow, we can continue our journey. Oh, and since Paimon...
skirk, disciple of Sirtologi, the Foul. You've proven your strength to me along your journey, and earned the right to speak to me as an equal. Now, let me witness how your fate unfolds.
Wanna come over for tea?